Welcome to the IPF World Championships here live in Istanbul, Turkey. I am Six Pack Lapidat, and this session will be the 74 kilo sub-junior and junior lifters. A quick peek at the running order, only 8 lifters in this flight. The action is gonna come fast, it's gonna come heavy. The world's best all here in Istanbul to crown 2 world champions. And this is the equipped lifting, extra variables in play. We will start off with Japan, and 170 kilos will be loaded for Shimokawa Hinata.
Bar is loaded for Hinata Shimokawa from Japan, 170 kilos. Followed by Jami Yansuren from Mongolia.
Hinata, a rather tall sub-junior in the 74 kilo class. Long way up, long way down. 3 white lights.
The next lifter is Jami Yansuren from Mongolia. Followed by Theodor Eriksson from Sweden.
Sumiya Bazar from Mongolia, 112.5 kilos for his opening squat in the 74 kilo junior class. Hits his opener with ease, and again, these are rather large 74s.
Good play. The next one is Theodor Eriksson from
Some of these gentlemen will have cut weight to make the weight class.
17.5 kilos, followed by Jacob Pennington from United States.
Theodor Eriksson from Sweden in the 74 kilo juniors, opening with 217.5.
Bar is loaded for Theodor Eriksson from Sweden.
And there's Alexander Eriksson in the background. Junior world champion in and out of equipment. He knows a thing or two about winning junior world titles.
No lift 2-1.
No lift 2-1. Let's take a look at the replay here.
The next one is Jacob Pennington from United States, 220 kilos. Bar is loaded for Pennington.
From that angle, it looked good, but I think that's the angle that passed it. And Jacob Pennington from the U.S., wearing the 74 kilo sub-juniors, 220 kilo for his opener. That was fast.
Good play.
Depth is right on the money. It's 2-1.
Rustam Artukmatov from Kazakhstan.
That looked good from that angle to
230
me.
kilos, followed by Nojo Saipas from Lithuania. Bar is loaded for Artukmatov from Kazakhstan.
Arktuk Matov from Kazakhstan, opening with 230 kilos. Kazakhstan, well represented in the junior equipped divisions. No lift. Judges did not like the depth. Yeah, that was around borderline.
Saipas from Lithuania.
Saipas from Lithuania. 235 kilos being loaded for him. We're in the 74 kilo junior class now.
Nojo Saipas from Lithuania.
Oh, Sheepash. Sorry. Sheepash from Lithuania, 235 kilos. So far, 5 lifters, and only 3 of them got their opening squat in. It's a bit of a mixed bag so far.
Good lift.
3 whites, the lift is good.
Next lifter is Vladislav Belois from Ukraine, 240 kilos, followed by Alexander. Bar is loaded for Belois from Ukraine.
Vladislav Bilis from Ukraine, 240 kilos. We're in the sub-junior 74s. And again, it is surprising the size of these 74s. Vladislav makes easy work at 270 kilo.
The next one is Alexander Luzbin from Ukraine, 245 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Alexander Luzbin of Ukraine, 245 kilos. We're staying in the 74 kilo sub-juniors. And with 8 lifters in this flight, the team's really got to pace themselves. They got to wrap the knees and get them ready in time. It is a quick turnaround. This is the last squat of the opening squats. We'll move already into round 2. This action is quick. Three whites makes easy work of it.
The next one is Hinata Shimokawa from Japan, 180 kilos. Bar is loaded
As a
for
look
Shimokawa.
at the standings, you see only 6 of the 8 lifters registered an opening lift, and we're already on to the second round. Shimokawa from Japan, 180 kilos. We're in the sub-junior 74s. Up next. Getting coached
Good lift.
right down to depth.
The next one
You
is
sometimes hear the
Theodore
coaches on the
Eriksson
sidelines taking a
from
knee
Sweden,
and letting the lifter know when they see
275
depth has been hit,
followed by Jami Yansuren from Mongolia.
and then the lifter knows to start
Bar
driving
is
upwards.
loaded for Eriksson.
Theodore Eriksson from Sweden, 217.5 kilos, handled by big brother, former world champion, European champion, powerlifting legend, Alexander Eriksson. 217.5 kilos was no major issue for his opener, just a stitch high. That's much better. Should be no issues there. Judges agree. And he's on the board.
The next one is Sumia Bazar Jamyansuren from Mongolia, 222.5
Now that he missed his opener and had to retake it, where he was a clear silver medalist favorite for the bigger picture, now it becomes a little closer. Sumia Bazar from Mongolia, 222.5 kilos for his second attempt, 10-kilo jump for him. We're staying in the 74-kilo junior class. Junior 19 to 23, the year you turn 23.
Good play.
2-1, it's good.
The next one is Jacob Pennington from United States, 235.
We have a short flight, and these spotters and loaders are moving quickly. And Jacob Pennington from the U.S. up next, 235 kilos. This is the sub-junior 74-kilo class, 18 and under. Jacob, a podium favorite for Team USA.
Good play.
Gets 3 white lights.
The next one is Husan Artukmatov from Kazakhstan. Bar is loaded, 237.5 kilos.
Moving back to the juniors, and Artuk Matov of Kazakhstan retaking. Actually, no, he moved up 7.5 kilo regardless. High risk, high reward. Does it pay off? It does. 3 white lights. You know, it's not often a lifter misses their opener and moves up regardless in their second attempt. Opting to take that and now back on pace.
Bar is loaded for Saipas.
He is a podium favorite. And Shipash from Lithuania, attempting 245 kilos. A gold medal favorite in the overall. But a lot of lifting left to go before we start talking about totals. First, second attempt squats. Ooh.
Sorry, no lift.
No lift, and just as I was saying, he's a heavy favorite for the gold medal overall.
Vladislav Belois from Ukraine,
Disaster strikes.
50 kilos.
Now he's got one more squat left to go. He can rebound and retake 245. But first, Vladislav from the Ukraine. We are back in the sub-juniors now. 250 kilo for a second attempt. We have some sub-juniors squatting heavier than the juniors. It's not often, but you do see it. Speaks to the class of the sub-juniors. Strong second attempt. Stays technically sound, and he gets it.
And the next one is Alexander Luzbin from Ukraine, 255 kilos on the bar. Bar is loaded.
Alexander Luzbin of Ukraine, 255 kilos for a second attempt. The biggest squat in the second attempts. Luzbin projected to be in the lead. And he makes easy work at 255 kilos. 3 white lights.
The next one is
And how strong is Luzbin? Well, his second attempt as a sub-junior would net him the gold medal in the juniors. And he's got another round of squatting to go. That is a talented young man you're going to want to keep your eyes on. We're staying in the sub-juniors now, where Hinata has a 187.5 kilo third attempt.
Good Lord. The next one is Jami Yansuran from Mongolia, 230 kilos.
Lift is good.
Bar is loaded.
Sumiya Bazar from Mongolia, 230 kilos for his third and final. He's got the bronze medal in squat already locked up. These are kilos he needs. Ooh, nope, a little too much. He stays with it.
No lead. The next one is from Sweden, Theodor Eriksson. Bar is loaded with 230 kilos.
And Theodor Eriksson from Sweden, 230 kilos for his third and final squat. The refs paying close attention that his elbows don't touch his legs and assist him with the lift. And they do touch a little. What do the refs say about it? 2-1, he gets in. You'll see on the replay here.
From United States, 242.5
When the elbows
kilos,
touch,
followed
if
by
they're
Moses
deemed to have
Scott
assisted,
from Lithuania. Bar is loaded
he'll
from
get a red.
Pennington, 242.5 kilos.
We're moving back to the sub-juniors now, where Jacob Pennington of the U.S. will attempt a 242.5 kilo third and final squat. He scraps it out for 3 white lights. And Pennington goes 3 for 3 in the squat event. Grabs himself a bronze medal in the squat event as well. Going to move back to the junior 74s, where Shipash from Lithuania will attempt 245 kilos once again. He is currently in the silver medal position for squats. This would nudge him ahead into the gold medal position, with the lifter from Kazakhstan still left to go. Two to one, it's good.
2-1. The next one is Kusan Arturmatov from Kazakhstan. Bar is loaded with 247.5 kilos.
And Artuk Matov from Kazakhstan, 247.5 kilos loaded up for him. This would move him from the silver medal position to gold. Oh, looks like he cut that high, and it's academic. Now he's got to stay with that bar. There he goes, back in there.
No lift. The next one is Vladislav Bilois from Ukraine. 257.5 kilos.
Back into the sub-junior category, and 257.5 kilos loaded for Vladislav of Ukraine. The Ukrainians picking up medals in the squat event. This will move him from a silver to a gold, with his teammate Luzbin still the squat. Nope. They give him every opportunity. So he will stay in the silver medal position.
From Ukraine. Bar is loaded for Luzbin from Ukraine, 262.5 kilos.
.5 kilos awaits Alexander Luzbin. He has the gold medal in the squat event, but he wants to add more kilos towards his total. And he blows up 262.5 kilos quite easily. 3 white lights, grabbing the gold medal in all types of momentum. Heading into the bench press event, take another look.
We will move on to the bench press.
A little shaky in the hole, but keeps his chest upright. Taking a look at the standings there, where Alexander Luzbin in the sub-juniors grabs the gold. Vladislav, his teammate from Ukraine, grabs the silver, and Jacob Pennington from the U.S. grabs the bronze in the junior class. Shipash from Lithuania grabs the gold. Artuk Matov from Kazakhstan grabs the silver, and Theodor Eriksson from Sweden grabbing the bronze medal. Don't go anywhere. We will take a short 20-minute break and pick up in the bench press event. Welcome back to the IPF World Championships here live in Istanbul, Turkey. I am Ryan Six-Pack Lapidad, and today we have the sub-junior and junior 74 kilo classes picking up in the bench press event. And we'll take a look back at what happened in the squats where Alexander in the sub-junior 74s collected the gold medal, and from Lithuania, Šipaš grabbed the gold medal in the 74 kilo juniors. We'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors while I have a moment. Thank you very much to Alico, who supplied all of the equipment we're using both today and the entire World Championships. The best of quality in the sport, as well as SBD. Several of the lifters and the national teams will be coming out with the SBD kits. Top of the line equipment, and kicking us off in the bench press event, Shimokawa from Japan, 105 kilos. This is in the sub-junior class. We will bounce back and forth between the sub-juniors and juniors. I'll let you know which class the lifters are in as they come up. A little sketchy on the lockout. Judges give it to him. And the bench shirt sometimes can change your natural bar path. And when the bar path gets off on the bench press, it can be difficult. You see he's almost struggling to get the bar to the chest. And as he's locking it out, it's a little wobbly, and if the bar goes up down, it's going to be a no lift. 2-1 it passes. Vladislav from the Ukraine. We're going to stay in the sub-junior 74s. 130 kilos for his opener. Three-way lights.
The next one is Sumia Bazar from Mongolia, 135 kilos. Loaded.
Sumia Bazar from Mongolia, 135 kilos for his opener. We're in the 74 kilo juniors now.
Good day.
Three-way lights.
The next one is Jacob Pennington from United States, 137.5 kilo, followed by Nojus Taipas from Lithuania. Bar is loaded.
Moving
for
back to the
Pennington.
sub-juniors, and Jacob Pennington of the U.S. opening with 137.5 kilos.
Good day.
Easy
Next
opener,
one is
exactly what you
Nojus
want.
Taipas from Lithuania, 140 kilos, followed by Alexander Luspin from Ukraine. Bar is loaded for no juice.
Moving back to the juniors, and Shipash from Lithuania with 140 kilos for his opening bench press attempt. He had taken the gold medal in the squat event, but he's going to give up a little bit of ground in the bench.
Good way. And the next one is Alexander Luspin from Ukraine. 145 kilos. Bar is loaded for Luspin.
Alexander Luzbin from Ukraine, 145 kilos for his opening press. We're in the sub-junior class again. And Luzbin makes easy work of 145 kilos.
And the next one is Kusan Artukmatov from Kazakhstan. 155 kilos loaded.
Back in the junior class, Artukmatov from Kazakhstan, 155 kilos for his opening bench.
Good lift.
Lift is good.
Theodore Eriksson.
So far, everybody's gotten on the board. One lifter left to go.
170 kilos.
Theodore Eriksson from
Bar
Sweden.
is loaded for Eriksson.
Last year as a junior before he enters the Open.
Good loading.
And there was some tension there before the handoff. An unusually long setup for that. You see his butt coming off the bench. And that's going to be a no lift. I think he's awfully close for his feet, also touching the upright for support. And you got to be careful of that as well.
Bar is loaded for
There's a
Shimokawa
look
from Japan.
at all the pressing done so far with Theodore Eriksson, the only lifter failing to get a bench in. Shimokawa from Japan, 112.5 kilos for his second attempt. You know, my producers always tell me I got to stop saying everybody so far is on the board. And I said it right before Eriksson went. I'm sure I'm going to hear about it. I don't believe in superstitions, but the facts don't lie. A little wobbly on the way up, but he makes it there.
Good day.
2-1, it's good.
And the next one is Sulia Bazar Jamyansuran from Mongolia. 137.5 kilos.
Sumia
Bar is
Bazar
loaded.
of Mongolia, 137.5 kilos.
Good day.
3 whites and he's good.
And the next one is Vladislav Bilois. Bar is loaded for Biloy from Ukraine.
Moving back to the sub-juniors, 137.5 kilo being loaded now for Vladislav representing Ukraine. Vladislav opting for a 7.5 kilo jump from his opener. Oh, difficulty locking that right arm. He looks over at the hand. Just wasn't working for him.
And the next one is Jacob Pennington.
See in the
from
slow-mo
United
replay,
States,
the left
145
elbow
kilos,
locks,
followed
but
by
the right elbow
Alexander
stays
from
stubborn,
Ukraine.
and he's stuck.
Bar is loaded for Pennington.
Eventually, the spotters help him out. And we are back to the sub-juniors, 145 for Jacob Pennington of U.S. Ooh, did he beat the rack command?
No lift.
Looks like he did.
The next is Alexander Luzbin from Ukraine.
You see he's got a controlled descent down to the
kilos.
chest, drives, and just re-racks it
Bar
a
is
stitch
loaded
too soon.
for Luzbin.
Alexander Luzbin of Ukraine, 152.5 kilos for his second attempt. We're staying in the sub-juniors. Look like a smooth press from my angle. Judges agree.
The next one is Nojos Saikas from Lithuania. 155 kilos, followed by Kusan Artukmatov from Kazakhstan.
Back to the juniors where Shipash from Lithuania will attempt 155 kilos.
Bar is loaded.
$15 kilo jump from his opener. Oh, and those 15 kilos come on quick. Was there a down up? Proves a moot point,
Knowledge.
unable to get past just below lockout.
Husan Artukmatov from Kazakhstan, 165 kilos. Bar is loaded for Artukmatov.
We will stay in the junior class, and 165 kilos loaded now for Artukmatov of Kazakhstan. Struggling to lock that right arm out.
Knowledge.
And that's the difficulty once you lock out unbalanced.
The next one is
The weight
Theodore
really
Eriksson.
shifts on that arm that you're failing to lock out. Makes it
Bar
even
is
more
loaded
difficult.
with 170 kilos.
Theodore Eriksson missed 170 for his opener. Back with 170. See if he can make a couple technical adjustments. Had to lift up his butt last time. Looked much better from my angle. Judges agree 2-1, that's all he needs.
2-1.
And the Erikssons breathe a sigh of relief.
And the next one is
Take a look at the feet here. The feet slide.
from Japan.
Don't come off the ground though.
15 kilos.
Are they touching that pole? Well, moot point now. Here's a look at the standings after 2 rounds of bench
Bar is
pressing.
loaded.
Could still have some shakeups as we've only had a 50% success rate in these second attempts. What kind of success rate can we anticipate for thirds? Starting us off, Hinata from Japan, 115 kilos, 2.5 kilo jump.
Good lift, 2-1.
2-1, he goes 3 for 3 in the bench press event.
Next one is Vladislav Bilov from Ukraine, 137.5 kilos. Bar is loaded for Bilois from Ukraine.
$137.5 kilos loaded for Vladislav, representing the Ukraine. Fails to get that right arm locked out. And the drop comes quick. The spotters are quick to catch it. Shipash from Lithuania, retaking 155 kilos. We're in the junior 74s.
No.
And the pattern of misses continues.
From Mongolia, 155 kilo, followed by Jacob Pennington from United States. Bar is loaded, 155 kilos.
Sumia Bazar of Mongolia, 155 kilos for his third and final bench in the 74 juniors. And Sumia Bazar, oh, I was just about to say might have got us back on the successful track.
Jacob Pennington, United States.
Oh yeah, looks like his butt is coming up.
155 kilo. Bar is loaded.
And so far, out of 4 lifters, just one has hit their third and final bench. See if Jacob Pennington in the 74 sub-juniors can get us back on track. Missed 145, opting to go up 10 kilo regardless, with 155 for his third and final bench attempt. Three white lights, and we are back on track.
Is Alexander Ruspin from Ukraine, 157.5 kilo, followed by Kusanar Tukmatov from Kazakhstan. Bar is loaded for Ruspin.
Staying in the sub-junior class, 157.5 kilos loaded for Alexander Luzbin of Ukraine. Three whites, and he locks it out, collecting 5 more kilos towards his total, and pacing nicely. When you look at the projected, he is well ahead of the rest of the pack, and this is why going 3 for 3 in the bench press event. Up next, Artuk Matov of Kazakhstan, 165 kilos. We were back in the junior class. Missed this on his second, retaking it on his third. Has the silver medal in bench already locked up. Three white lights.
And the last lifter, Theodor Eriksson from Sweden, 177.5 kilos. Bar is loaded for Eriksson. Big hands.
Theodor Eriksson missed 170, came back, hit it on his second, moving up 7.5 kilo from there. Already has the gold medal in bench press locked up, but this is 7.5 kilos he could put towards his total. This is the final bench of this session. And it's good. Theodore grabbing those 7.5 kilos as well as the gold medal in bench.
We will move to the deadlifts. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support.
There is a look how the bench ended off with Alexander Luzbin in the 74 sub-junior class taking the gold medal, Jacob Pennington of US grabbing the silver, and Vladislav Bilus of Ukraine grabbing the bronze medal. In the juniors, Theodor Eriksson representing Sweden grabbing the gold medal, Artuk Matov of Kazakhstan taking the silver, and Shipash of Lithuania taking the bronze. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with the deadlifts after a short 20-minute break. Welcome back to the IPF World Championships here live in Istanbul, Turkey. I am Ryan Six-Pack Lapidat, and we have the men's junior and sub-junior 74 kilo lifters. Quick look at the running order so far. This is the totals we have, the subtotals. And Alexander Luzbin of the Ukraine in the lead in the sub-juniors, with Theodor Eriksson of Sweden in the lead in the 74 kilo juniors. But we can expect some shakeups once the bar hits the ground and the deadlifts start going. We'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors right now. Alico, supplying all the equipment we're using, as well as SBD. Without their generous support, none of this would be possible. And up first, we have Jacob Pennington of the U.S. in the sub-junior 74 kilo class, opening with 185 kilos.
Bar is loaded with 185 kilos.
Jacob Pennington solidifies his total.
The next one
is on the board.
Sumya Bazar Jamian Suren from Mongolia, 190 kilo.
Sumya Bazar of Mongolia now, opening with 190 kilos. We're moving into the junior 74 kilo class.
Good lift. And the next one is Kusan Artukmatov from Kazakhstan.
3 whites, and he's on the board, and his total is solidified.
Bar is loaded.
We will stay in the junior class with 195 kilos loaded for Artuk Matov of Kazakhstan.
Good lift, 2 to 1.
2 to 1, it's a good lift.
Bar is loaded for
Again, with
Shimokawa
only
from
8
Japan.
lifters in this flight, the turnaround is
195
quick.
kilos.
When it comes to deadlifts, they're going to be very severely taxing their nervous system. The weights are going to get heavy. And with such a quick turnaround, you might see a higher than usual failure rate, which might make for some dramatics as these gentlemen start pulling for position. And Hinata of Japan, 195 kilos. We're in the sub-junior class now. Shimokawa nails his opening pull.
Good lift.
3 white lights.
The next one is Vladislav Bilois from Ukraine, 202.5 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Vladislav Bilos, 202.5. Makes easy work of it.
Good lift. The next one is Alexander Luzbin from Ukraine, 215 kilos.
Alexander Luzbin of Ukraine, 215 kilos for his opening pull. We're remaining in the sub-juniors now.
Good lift. The next next one is Theodor Eriksson from Sweden, 220 kilos.
Theodor Eriksson, representing Sweden, 220 kilos. We're in the junior 74 class now. Theodor had a rough time with the opening bench. Would like to have a smoother pathway in the deadlifts, and it looks like he's done it. Three white lights.
And the next one is from Lithuania. Noise side pass, 275 kilos.
Shipash from Lithuania, opening with 275 kilos. That is an absolutely monstrous pull for the 74 kilo juniors to be opening with. Ooh, and he leaned way far back.
No lift 2-1.
And it was just as the down command came. Lost his balance. A look at the deadlifts after one round, all but one, and it's Shipash who had missed. By far the gold medal favorite in the 74 kilo juniors. He's got two more attempts. We're not expecting disaster here, but it is a little bit of dramatics.
From Mongolia, 195 kilos, followed by Jacob Pennington.
And Sumiya Bazar from Mongolia will take a second attempt of 195 kilos in the junior 74s.
Bar is loaded for Jamian Suren from Mongolia.
Relatively conservative 5 kilo jump for a deadlift.
Good leg.
Three white lights.
Next one is Jacob Pennington from United States, 202.5 kilos. Bar is loaded for Pennington.
And Jacob Pennington back out already. Very small break for these gentlemen. 202.5 for his second attempt. We're in the sub-juniors. He is neck and neck with Bilius of Ukraine for that silver medal.
Good leg. And the next one is Rustam Artukmatov from Kazakhstan, 205 kilos. Bar is loaded for Artukmatov from Kazakhstan.
Artuk Matov of Kazakhstan, 205 kilos for his second attempt. 10 kilo jump from his opener. Slowed down right before lockout, but he does lock it out. 2-1, it's good.
2-1. The next one is Hinata Shimokawa from Japan.
Moving back into the sub-juniors now. Hinata Shimokawa from Japan, 205 kilos stays on the bar for him. 10 kilo jump.
Good lift.
3 white lights.
The next one is Vladislav Bilois from Ukraine, 220 kilos, followed by Alexander Luspin from Ukraine.
Staying in the sub-juniors, now Vladislav Bilus of Ukraine, loading 220 kilos for his second pull. He is neck and neck with Pennington of the U.S., battling for that silver medal in the sub-junior 74s. He could use this 17.5 kilos. And he picks it up rather easily.
The next one is Alexander Luspin from Ukraine.
Staying in the sub-juniors, Alexander Luzbin of Ukraine. 225 kilos being loaded for him. Luzbin well in the lead now. When he hits this, it should pretty much solidify his case for the world title. When you have a lead and you're the biggest deadlifter in the field, it's an enviable position to be in. But it was work.
And good lift. Bar is loaded for Eriksson.
Moving back to the junior class, Theodor Eriksson from Sweden,
5 kilos.
moving up 7.5 kilo to 227.5. Theodor, relatively behind Shipash from Lithuania, although Shipash has failed to register a deadlift as of yet.
Good lift.
Theodor nails it, and
And the next one.
by no means am I writing off Shipash, but if he doesn't get a deadlift in,
175
this is
kilos.
Theodor's title to lose.
Bar is loaded.
Speaking of, here comes the Lithuanian now, 275 kilos once again. He got it to lock out, lost his balance. When you have a wide sumo stance at the top, that's the trade-off. Oh, wow, again. I don't know if there was any down up. It might still pass, and it does.
Good lift. 2-1.
Take a look at the replay.
The next lifter is Suryapatar Shamiyansuran from Mongolia, 205 kilos.
It was close. That probably seized the gold medal in the 74 kilo junior class. And you could take a look at in the sub-juniors, there's a massive lead between number 1 and number 2 as well. But there is a battle for the silver medal. Both individuals with 600 even, Bilius and Pennington. And in the 74 kilo juniors, looks like we've already got our 1, 2, 3, and we're just fighting for deadlift medals. Speaking of 74 juniors, here is Sumaya Bazar of Mongolia, 205 kilos. Just too much today, a little bit dizzy.
Shimokawa from Japan, 212.5 kilos. Bar is loaded for Shimokawa.
Shimokawa of Japan, we're in the sub-juniors now, 212.5 kilos.
Good lift.
And it's good. And my producers have drawn my attention. In the 74 kilo class, Eriksson from Sweden has put in a 255 kilo final pull. That's a pretty big jump, almost 30 kilos, to possibly pull for the gold medal should Shipash miss his final pull. If that makes Artukmatov of Kazakhstan also up his last pull to possibly take Eriksson's silver should he miss. I mean, it could be, the chips could fall. Let's see how it goes. But Pennington pulling 212.5 kilos. This will move him into the silver medal position with 2 more lifters to go. And he nails it. Jacob Pennington now on the podium, and temporarily at least, in the silver medal position.
215 kilos.
Moving back into the 74 juniors, Artukmatov pulling 215 kilos. He's in bronze, and he's going to settle for bronze. And this is why Eriksson can load up for the win, because his silver medal is not going to be threatened by Artukmatov. Nope, too much. So we're going to have some dramatic final pulls.
Vladislav Kilos from Ukraine, 230 kilos, followed by Alexander Luspin from Ukraine.
And Vladislav Belus of Ukraine, now loading 230 kilos. Currently resting in bronze medal position. If he hits this, he will swap his bronze medal for Pennington silver. Both of those lifters will be on the podium. What color will their medal be? This is the 74 kilo sub juniors. And it looks like it's silver for Vladislav.
Good lift.
And it is. Good lift.
The next one is Alexander Luspin from Ukraine.
Take a look at this pull, textbook, and he's hanging on to it for dear life until he gets that down command. 232.5 kilos being loaded for Luzbin. Alexander Luzbin. He is your sub-junior 74 kilo world champion.
32.5 kilos.
If he hits this, he'll end up with a 652.5 kilo total. Currently has 645. Little too much today. I know he's leaving with his head down, but he is the IPF sub-junior 74 kilo world champion.
Followed by Nuri Saipas from Lithuania.
Moving back to the junior 74 kilo class, Theodor Eriksson from Sweden, loading up 255 kilos in a huge attempt to possibly take the world championship from Shipash, who is in the lead. Shipash still has one more deadlift attempt himself. Oh, wow, nope. It was a gutsy effort. Again, Artuk Madov had already lifted and was not going to threaten Ericsson's silver medal, so he might as well have loaded up and pulled for the win. And here is your world champion, coming out for a bit of a victory lap, Sheepash, with a 285 kilo final pull. This will be a personal best should he hit it.
Bar is loaded.
Gold in the deadlift event, gold overall. Not too much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed to the medal ceremony. Thank you for your support.
And that will conclude the 74 kilo sub-junior and junior classes. A quick look at how it ended up. This is the deadlifts where Vladislav takes the gold, Alexander Luzbin takes the silver, and Hinata Shimokawa from Japan takes the bronze in the sub-junior class. In the junior class, Sheepash takes the gold, Theodore Eriksson takes silver, and Artuk Madov of Kazakhstan takes the bronze medal. And a look at the totals, Alexander Luzbin of Ukraine taking the gold medal in the 74 kilo sub-junior. His teammate Vladislav taking the silver medal, and Jacob Pennington from the US taking the bronze medal in the 74 kilo junior class. Sheepash from Lithuania taking the gold medal. Theodore Eriksson pulling for the gold but missing with his last deadlift and having to settle for the silver. And Artuk Madov of Kazakhstan taking the bronze medal. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with the medal ceremony, and later on tonight, the 63 kilo and 69 kilo sub-junior and junior women's will be clashing for the world title. Do not miss it.
Keller from United States, and IPF Secretary General, and PJ Joseph from India. Thank you. And now we will announce the winners. In the 74 kg sub-junior squat, third place is for Jacob Pennington from United States. And the second place, Vladislav Biloy from Ukraine. And the first place is for Alexander Lutzbin from Ukraine. Thank you. In the bench press, third place is for Vladislav Biloy from Ukraine. The second place is for Jacob Pennington from United States. And the first place is for Alexander Lutzbin from Ukraine. Thank you. For the deadlifts, the third place is for Hinata Shimokawa from Japan. Second place is for Alexander Lutzbin from Ukraine. And the winner of deadlift is Vladislav Biloy from Ukraine. Thank you. For the 74 kilo sub-juniors division, in the totals, third place is for Jacob Pennington from United States. The second place is for Vladislav Biloy, Ukraine. And the first place is for Alexander Lutzbin from Ukraine. Now it's time for National Anthem of Ukraine. Please stand up. Thank you. And we're moving to the juniors, 74 kg juniors. In the squat, third place is for Theodor Eriksson from Sweden. And second place is for Kusan Artukmatov from Kazakhstan. And in the squats, first place is for Nojus Saipas from Lithuania. Thank you. Moving to the bench press. The third place is for Nojus Saipas from Lithuania. The second place is for Kusan Artukmatov from Kazakhstan. And first place is for Theodor Eriksson from Sweden. Thank you. In the deadlifts, third place is for Kusan Artukmatov from Kazakhstan. The second place is for Theodor Eriksson from Sweden. And the first place is for Nojus Saipas from Lithuania. Thank you. We're moving to the totals. In 74 kg juniors, third place is for Kusan Artukmatov from Kazakhstan. The second place is for Theodor Eriksson from Sweden. And first place, the champion is Nojus Saipas from Lithuania. Big hands to the Lithuania. Now, please stand up for the national anthem. Thank you for all the ladies and gentlemen supported this competition and all the athletes competed today. All the athletes can visit the EX Sports stand to get their digital platform